What is up everybody, I'm hoping you're all well. War movies! Heart-wrenching stories of heroics. True stories that can have you on the edge of your seat. Or simply big action blockbusters that keep you fully entertained. There are many genres of these types of movies. Some of them classics and some of them duds. But where does this movie fit into those categories? Well, that's what we're here to talk about, guys. So let's talk about it. 1917. So 1917 is directed by Skyfall director Sam Mendes and stars George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman. They play two soldiers in the same division who are tasked with going across the enemy lines to stop an attack against the German forces, which they now believe to be a trap on the German side, which could result in the death of 16,000 of their troops, including one of their brothers. And their mission is to cross the enemy lines, get to the commander and tell him to stop this attack before it's too late. And this movie doesn't waste any time getting into it. It kicks off straight away. These two men are brought into their commander, they are sent on this mission, and it is non-stop intensity from there. That intensity heightened even more so with the way the movie is shot to make it look like it's done all in one continuous take. And while if you know film or you study film much like I do, I'm a huge fan of movies, you can tell where the edits are. It's done in such a slick, smooth and seamless way that you can barely notice anything at all, and it definitely adds to the tension of this movie because it really pulls you right there into this moment with these men. But the moment the camera starts following them and they are told they have a set amount of time to get to these men to stop this attack before it's too late, you feel like you are there with them, racing against the clock to save these thousands of people. So with the clock counting down, the tension intensifies so much that it leaves you on the edge of your seat. I was incredibly impressed with how this movie built the tension, and the long unedited tracking shots were just genuinely impressive to see. I mean, it must have been so difficult to get every single shot of this movie perfect. Like, they had to make sure that everyone moved at the right time, that the camera was in the exact same position that it needed to be when it started rolling, and that while the camera was tracking, it was able to flow seamlessly into the next shot without anyone realizing a cut had taken place. So I have to give massive props to the camera operators, the editors, everyone who worked on that aspect of the film, including the cinematographer, because a lot of the shots in this movie were genuinely gorgeous. This is a good looking movie despite its harsh brutality because it does feel so real as well. It doesn't feel like a big overblown action blockbuster or anything like that. You feel like you are there with these men in this time. The attention to detail cannot be ignored in this film, especially in one scene where they're going across no man's land and there's just bodies everywhere, decomposed corpses of people, horses, everything. It's just so great to see and so disturbing to see that attention to detail go into every shot of this film. George McKay and Dean Charles Chapman do a fantastic job in this movie as both the soldiers. They were great together, they're bounced off of each other really well. You can tell that these two are friends and they do get along with each other, and the banter they throw back and forth between each other, you can see that bond between them. And the movie also does a very good job of fleshing the characters out even more so as the story is progressing, which I found incredibly well done. And the performances from both of these men were great. They didn't let it slip once. I believed in their characters, I bought into their portrayals. They were both fantastic in this movie, and while I would have liked to have seen a little bit more as to their friendship in this film, how they became friends and stuff like that, I'm also not going to take that away from this film because this movie, like I said, just throws you straight into the action. It throws you into this moment with these two men as they go on this perilous mission which could result in either their deaths, and if not their deaths, the deaths of 16,000 other men. There are also other big names in this movie such as Colin, Firth, Benedict, Cumberbatch and Mark Strong, other people like that, but they don't detract from these guys' performances. This is their story, this is their journey. They're not there for the sake of, hey, let's have this big name to get more people in. They are there to serve a purpose, and they don't take away from the main narrative or the main characters of this film. This movie also did a pretty good job of keeping you guessing for a lot of it. There are a few moments here and there where I thought, okay, this is going to happen, and it did, but there are a lot of moments as well that I genuinely didn't see coming. The action sequences are incredibly well shot. Like I said, with it all done in one continuous take a lot of the time, it does help add to that intensity of those scenes. You're not 100% sure if these characters are going to make it out of certain situations. This movie also does a good job of balancing humour with some of the more emotionally hard-hitting stuff as well. The continuous long takes that they do despite perfect editing here and there are genuinely beautiful to see. It's action-packed, it's thrilling, it is genuinely a masterclass in filmmaking. Sam Mendes did a fantastic job directing this movie. It was action-packed, it was thrilling, it was intense, and 1917 absolutely deserves 5 stars. So, 1917, have you guys seen it yet? What did you guys think about it? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I will see you all in the next video.